there's a lot of games out there that just, let's say put everything on chain. And a lot of people sort of naturally think that what people pay the most for is things that have some kind of utility that make you stronger in the game. But all of the numbers from the games industry actually show that that's not the case. Mm-hmm. People are willing to pay more money, spend more on things that make them look unique, make their game experience epic, etc., right? That they can brag about, than they are actually willing to pay for things that have a particular utility. Yeah, exactly. One of the really cool things is, obviously because we have this separation of sort of the more the more common utility items that are more of a commodity and the in-game gold and such. And on the other hand, we've got all this cosmetic stuff, all these epic pets and mounts and and skins and emotes and things like that. It also means that we have less of a risk of messing things up along the way. Because if you imagine, like if you had all of these things on chain, just imagine the riots when you need to rebalance something. We're building this massive game. We're going to be adding new skills, other stuff, etc. Right? Mm-hmm. If we had to rebalance that portion just to make the gameplay feel and stay fun, right? With this kind of setup, we can be like, just in a traditional game, you could be like, oh, we found out that like this particular level 5 weapon we've released is totally messing up the whole gameplay. It's not making it fun for anyone, right? And you can rebalance without, victimizing everyone who has that ownership, because that's a relative commodity. It's easy to, swap it around for some other weapons. It's not going to be too hard to come by. It just takes you a bit of time and you're on your way. Whereas on this end, we've got all these, these awesome collectibles.
Yeah, when you do it on the blockchain, you're kind of locked in that sense. I agree. This is I was thinking about this risk versus the reward in making a full blockchain economy. It's very risky if done right. Like you said, it's very hard because there's no blueprint for this yet. So to go into and dive deep like this and kind of like risk a beautiful game from what I have seen. I understand that. I understand that point of view. I understand it. So
keep in mind, by the way, Cagyjan, if you're looking at this like an MMO, a true MMORPG, one that is expected to continue to grow for decades, right? And then saying, we'll get the balance right from day one. Right? I can't tell you everyone that we have involved right now, but we're growing like mad. We're recruiting like crazy. We have some people, you'll see in some of the, press releases, info that's coming out, some people that worked on stuff that most people dream about working on. And they will tell you that they have never gotten it right the first time. They have yet to see in like 100 games to get it right the first time. And these are large, AAA titles, let alone MMOs, right? Which are even bigger. So to some extent, it's also our choice to make sure that we can make this the right experience for the community. Yes, so that's helping a lot in that regard.